Hello, Aries. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead, my friends. Do you believe we're already reading for March? How quickly did those first 3 months show up, right? So very quick. I've got the oracles in front of me here. I'm going to throw those down for the week ahead energy, the overall energy. Then we're going to throw some tarot at it. We're going to get some details about what's happening overall next week. Look, if you're here real time, stuff's about to go sideways. There's a lot of stuff going on in your energy, in your sign for the month of March. And it's all coming through from your neighbor Pisces. So right now, Venus and Mercury are in Pisces. And when Venus enters your sign on the 1st, after that it goes retrograde. So you're going to have Venus going retrograde in your sign. And then when Mercury shows up, it's showing up in your sign on the 3rd, it's going to go retrograde on the 15th, which is right before we actually get into Aries season. It's going to retrograde right into Aries season through to April 7th. But look, we're in the shadow phase right now for Mercury retrograde, which accounts for me not really being able to speak very well. So look, there's a lot of opposing energies going on. Plus, if that isn't enough, we have a couple of eclipses happening in March. Look, expect everything, expect nothing, and expect everything. I feel like things are about to change for a lot of people, including you, because a lot of this is going on in your sign. There's the heightened impulsiveness and intense communications, possibly due to misunderstandings. And you got some opposing energies in your sign. And we do have a couple eclipses, one on the 13th and the 14th, and then one around the 29th, which is in your sign. It's a partial solar eclipse in your sign. So lots going on for you, Aries. Find your best and local astrologer on the platform to find out what else you need to know. Tell me about Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what Aries needs to know about next week. We do have You Are Never Alone. So if you are feeling alone, I want to say that you aren't alone, that maybe you are just feeling like you need to be alone right now. I feel like you do have loved ones, friends, friendships, family. I feel like there's always someone who cares about where we are and what we're doing. So I feel like you are never alone, but I feel like we're speaking in sense of spirit, right? We're speaking in the sense of your creator, whoever that is to you. We have a bobcat spirit. Life is a mystery. I feel like you have your eye on something. You might be working on yourself, or you might be working on something tirelessly, like something that you have been going over with dedication and practicality, and it feels like you're becoming the subject matter expert of something. You're very focused on something. It could be yourself, or it could be something, a project that you're working on, possibly. Maybe a goal that is in the future. Tell me more about Aries, please. Tell me more about Aries. We have power. Okay, well, that's good. You're going to need it. You're going to need it, friend. So I feel like you're powering up, I want to say. That if you are spending time alone right now, if you're spending time hermited, I feel like you're powering up at this time, which is probably a good thing, because I feel like your energy is about to be tested in the month of March, whether it's in Aries season or not. Some of it will happen in Aries season, but some of it will happen still in Pisces season, right? We have forgiveness. So, there's, with these energies that are going on in your sign, there is the possibility of things to be a little bit confusing, and maybe you'll be going through deep reflection. But at the same time, I feel like the best advice is to try not to take anything personally, and try not to be too impulsive with the, starting new projects and things like that. Because with Mercury in retrograde, communications can be hard, right? And misunderstandings can happen. We can misunderstand things that will cause arguments or fights. I think that a little bit of self-reflection might be in order. So I'm looking at this forgiveness card thinking that maybe there is some forgiveness here that might be given to you, or that you might want to give to someone else. Maybe someone's reaching out to you. We do have abundance. I like it. So it says, I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So I feel like you are manifesting abundance, but also stability and security, because red is the root chakra. So I feel like you want to be stable in your abundance. It's not just that you just want to have abundance show up. And abundance could be anything. It could be money, but it's great health. It's great friends and family and connections, and all of those things roll up into into abundance. So we've got growth. I feel like you might be through a growth period right now in the middle of one. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So I feel like you are in the week ahead going to have some of that. You're going to start this growth process, which I feel is either going to bring in or have you sending out some sort of forgiveness to someone. Whether you do that silently or not, that might be the thing that you're very focused on, but also might be a little bit cloudy at this time. I'm going to say, it says life is a mystery. I feel like you are powering up at the middle of the week. Let's find out what else is going on here with tarot. Tell me more about what's going on with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It does feel like somebody here is feeling alone. I want to say that maybe you have decided to sequester yourself, spend some time by yourself. And I think it's just in time for a power up, because I feel like there's abundance coming. That's what it feels like. You're about to go through an abundant growth spurt here. It's like that when we were kids, right? We get really tired and exhausted just before we hit a growth spurt. And I feel like if you are feeling pretty pokey or exhausted, that might be why. Because you're going to be having to power up for the month of March here. We do have the Six of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Seven of Cups. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. It looks to me like there is going to be a lot of celebration and happiness going down for you next week. Something exciting is about to show up. It could be friends or connections or people. We do have the Three of Cups that's here, and usually this is spent in the presence of other people, right? Where drinks are flowing and we're having fun and laughing. The Six of Wands is celebration, it's victory and success, but it's also people watching you do that. So I have a feeling that you might be celebrating something, maybe some abundance. Maybe you're coming into some sort of money, power, and abundance, right? So power could say that maybe you're getting the promotion. Maybe you're getting the financial upgrade that you've been waiting for. It feels like you have a community of people. So it says you are never alone. So that tells me that if you are feeling alone, that you're the one who has sequestered yourself away for whatever reason. It might be to power up a little bit, but it feels like this Three of Pentacles tells me that you do have a community or a network of people that you usually go out with or usually see or usually have fun with. And I feel like you're going to need these people around you, at least in the week ahead for sure. It feels like there's a lot of opportunities or options that are coming for you here, and it feels like it's going to be a bit confusing. And I feel like these people that are in your life might help you sort of sift through the confusion. It feels like a lot of opportunities, emotional opportunities possibly, but also financial opportunities. Look, this is going to be a big month for you, Aries. I can barely keep up with everything that I'm receiving here. All the thoughts, all the information that I'm getting from these cards, I can barely keep up with it. And I've been feeling a little bit exhausted myself, just because I do get exhausted around the full and new moons. And so I'm feeling a little bit exhausted myself, but I can barely keep up with all of the energy that's being thrown at me. So I feel like that's key. And I feel like it probably starts for you in the week ahead because, in the next couple of days, that's when Venus enters your sign and goes into retrograde. So we do have the Six of Cups here. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. I feel like this group of people for you, they're probably a soulmate group, really close friends and family. I feel like these people make you feel like you're rich beyond belief. Like that might be part of your abundance. They make you feel really wealthy, I want to say. Having people who you have known for lifetimes. I feel like the groups of people or the group of people you hang out with, no matter how big or how small, these people are connected to you in a very spiritual way. It feels like they are connected to you as they feel like family, possibly, but also connected from past lives. Like you probably recognize their energy and are really good friends with them, but you don't recognize their bodies. They don't look the same as they did the last time you felt them. So it does feel like there is a group of people that you can really count on. And this group of people, they are the ones that are waiting to celebrate all of your successes. It does feel like there is a lot of abundance that's coming your way. It feels like almost to a mind-boggling level is what it feels like. Like it's all going to be coming at you at the same time. And I think it's because of this growth. There's a lot of growth that's showing up for you here. There is a lot of violet on that card, but a lot of blue as well. And it does feel like that possibly your third eye is opening. It does feel like you are powering up for something here. Tell me about this Six of Wands, Three of Cups, power. Tell me what's going on here. Tell me more about Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the Nine of Cups. Look, it feels like you're going like from dark to light. It feels like somebody turns the light on. Maybe you were feeling alone, or you felt alone. And I feel like what's going to be proved to you in the week ahead is that you are never alone. And I feel like you go from this feeling alone possibly to the Nine of Cups, which is where your power is, I believe. Your wish fulfillment, your happiness. Look how content this guy looks, right? Whether you're the feminine or the masculine, this guy looks super content, looking at all of the happiness, the cups, the emotional happiness that is about to show up. Tell me more about this. We have the Four of Cups, and we have the Sun. So it does feel like you come out of some sort of a comfort zone, a place where possibly it was getting a little bit stagnant. I feel like sometimes you hold back or hold on to your emotions, Aries, because it's easier that way. And I feel that maybe sometimes people can't really tell when you're very happy because you're not very emoting on the surface. And I mean, you could, if you have some sort of fire in your rising as well, or in your moon, maybe you are one who's very emotive, but I don't feel like you are. I feel like you turn it on and turn it off. I'm going to say, with the Four of Cups being here, being the comfort zone, and the Sun being here, being, the happiest and the brightest and the most fun. It feels like that you can turn it off and on at will. I think that you choose to enjoy your wish fulfillment on your own or by yourself. Tell me about the Three of Cups, please. We've got the Strength card, we've got the Six of Pentacles, and we've got the Empress energy. So it feels like there is going to be, I'm telling you, a lot of abundance. This is, I'm going to just say, expect a lot of things to change in an incredibly powerful and positive way this month. Abundance is here, and the Empress is on top of the abundance. We've got the Six of Pentacles. It's all about reciprocal energy. I feel like the Three of Cups is here because it's telling you that your dreams or your wishes are going to be granted through information that is coming to you from other people. And so I feel like it's really important for you to be social, at least in the week ahead. Take those social invites, I think, Aries. We do have the Strength card, and it tells me that you have been holding back, maybe holding back your power a little bit, but it feels like I'm supposed to tell you to make sure that you are giving reciprocal energy. Make sure you are getting reciprocal energy, because something really incredibly abundant is about to show up. And I think it's more than one thing, because the Empress and the Abundance card here are touching, plus they are touching the Seven of Cups. And to me, that's like a whole lot of happiness, a whole lot of abundance, a whole lot of emotional happiness is about to show up for you here. I feel like you go from the Three of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. It really does feel like someone here is getting a raise or a promotion, or maybe the job that you wanted that pays way more than anything that you've ever done in the past. We've got between the 3 and the 10 is 7. You worked hard for it. You've been waiting for it, and you've worked really hard for it, Aries. I feel like this is a time for the spotlight to be on you with the Sun here. There's going to be breakthroughs for you here. Tell me about this 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles, please. I feel like this is where you start to recognize that the hard work you've been putting in is going to help you build some sort of a legacy, something you're going to leave on the earth here, or something you might leave for your posterity, possibly for your children. Tell me more. We've got the Ace of Swords, we've got the 5 of Cups, and we've got the King of Wands. There you are. So I feel like you are getting together with this group of people, possibly because you've realized something here. It feels like you've gained some clarity that when I'm feeling sad, I shouldn't sequester myself away from people because it makes me sad. I feel like you are you've been through a lot, I'm going to say. I feel like I'm connecting with someone who's been through a lot of things, as the King of Wands has. The King of Wands has a lot of wisdom because he's forged through fire. He sits on the throne in spite of everything that has tried to tear him down or throw him to the ground. And so, forged through fire, walked through fire all the way to the throne. So I feel like this Five of Cups is telling me that maybe sometimes, because of the traumas or the hardship of the past, I feel like sometimes you focus on things that are not necessarily working out for you. You might be focusing on the negative, but I think with the Ace of Swords in the week ahead, that you come to a realization, a clarity moment, a moment of clarity or an aha moment, that maybe I am focusing on the negative. Maybe it's time for me to stop looking into the past, as the King of Wands is right now, and it's time for me to move forward, because I feel like abundance is here for you. It feels like a lot of abundance, and it's going to come through other people. These people who you would consider to be family, or maybe they are members of your family, but definitely people that you've known in your past, or maybe from a past life. We've got the Star, we've got the Devil energy, and we have the Hermit energy. It does feel to me like you're holding on to hope that there is that you will have enough wisdom to carry you through this growth period. I'm going to say that you will, because the Hermit is the one, I feel like you're still looking for healing. First of all, I'm going to say you're still looking for healing, still trying to make sense of what went on back there and what the hell was that all about. I feel like you don't have to look back there anymore. I just want to say that again. I feel like it's time for you to look forward, because keeping your back to the future, which is the King of Wands, your back to the future is really not serving you. I'm going to say it's not really serving you. I feel like you have that you're really hopeful. I feel like the Star and the Devil energy is telling me that even though things can be tough, that you're still hopeful. I feel like I'm saying that you're still resilient no matter what, but I feel like you can put down the wand. I feel like you no longer have to fight for your resilience anymore, because what you've gained by getting to the throne is you gained wisdom. So I feel like you have a lot of wisdom. I feel like you're powering up for something amazing that is about to show up for you, my friend. Tell me what the outcome is for Aries, please. You might be forgiving yourself for something. It could be that as well. You might be very focused on your growth, and you've come to a place where you've decided, I've got to forgive whatever went on in the past, and I have to forgive myself. What's the outcome, please? We do have the Magician. We have the Four of Wands. And we have the Two of Wands. It's time to go. It's time to leave the crossroads. I feel like you've been stuck at the crossroads for a little bit here, looking into the past. And I feel it's time for you to stop thinking backwards, stop thinking back there. The Two of Wands is preparation to move forward, is what it is, to move forward to the abundance, to this Empress who's carrying all the abundance. I do have the Magician and the Four of Wands here. I feel like somebody here is manifesting a new home, a new house, maybe a new place to take your family. It feels like you're manifesting stability. And if you've been manifesting stability, you could be saying, look, it's been years. I feel like here it comes. That's what it feels like. So for some of you, that's going to be in the week ahead. And look, you're all on different timelines. Not everybody is to this place where you are the King of Wands. You don't just get to be the King of Wands because you're an Aries. You know, this King of Wands energy is a lot of wisdom. It's somebody who's the master of their domain. They've mastered something. They've mastered their fire. So I feel like you're going to need that energy in the month of March, because there's so much going on in your sign that is going to make you feel incredibly impulsive, maybe wanting to say something or do something in the moment, in the heat of the moment. And I feel like you need to be the King of Wands to be able to be successful through the month of March, because the King of Wands, although very fiery, has mastered their fire. They know not to be impulsive. They know that communications can get intense. And with Mercury retrograding in your sign, it feels like it could be getting really intense. I feel like you've grown in wisdom. I feel like this growth card is telling me that you've grown in wisdom, and that I feel that you can heal anything that shows up. The Devil energy is here. And so I feel like it's an obsessive hope that something will happen, and I think it will because you've been manifesting it. I think it has a lot to do with your your home, your house, your money, your finances, and all of that. Friends, possibly. We do have the Five of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles. There it is. Indecision until the jackpot shows up. I'm not telling you you're winning the lottery. I'm just saying, I feel like you're going to become the King of Pentacles, whether you have a placement in Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn or not. I feel like everything's going to be going good. Money's going to be on point. I feel like romance is going to be on point, whether you're in a relationship or are waiting for a new one. I feel like there is some unfinished business here that is going to cause a tower. There is a door that you still need to close here, but I feel like it's a healing tower, I want to say. It's a place where you're standing up for yourself and telling people exactly how you feel, and then you're going to be able to close the door. So there's a lot going on for you. I'm telling you, find yourself somebody who is an astrologer, and they'll tell you what's going on in your energy. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back, of course, because I'm always back. You guys take care. Bye-bye.